And welcome back. We have with us on set representatives from Cara Beef Ranch Limited. And we have with us, join us, the Director of Operations of Ranches in Belize and Mexico, Erwin Quilin.
Yes, sir.
And Mark Leslie, who is the expert and consultant on set. And to round it out, it would be fair and not right to not have Minerva Gallego, who is the Product Development Officer. Yes. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good
morning, guys.
Yes.
Good morning, Belize.
And we are talking about meat. Not any kind of meat, but buffalo meat. Right. So I was actually, when my producer said, did you know that they eat buffalo in Belize? I said, yeah, they were on the show 5 years ago, Erwin was reminding me, and we were astounded then, and it seems that it still is a very new concept to Belizeans. Let's just start off with one of the most important questions. What sound does a buffalo make? Because it's not a cow. It's not a cow, so it doesn't move. What sound does a buffalo make?
It makes like a vibrating song. It's a
okay.
but
good.
it's higher pitch.
Okay, good. Thank you very much for indulging me.
But it's definitely not a move.
So you heard it now.
The point is, though, it is an alternative to beef, which we get from the cow.
Right.
And it is something that we're trying to market here, or you're trying to market in Belize for many different reasons. Why make this venture into offering this as an alternative source to Belizeans?
At this point, we believe that the market is ready for it. We have tried this about 5 years ago. Fortunately, this is the time, I believe, and I think we are all of the opinion, and our company is of the opinion, that this is the proper time. Everybody is getting extremely health conscious. Yes. We're thinking about living longer, trying to expand our lives, and this is the healthier way to go. While, as you made a comparison earlier, it's very similar to beef. It has a similar taste. The health benefits are way beyond whatever beef or any domestic meat has on the market today. Simple examples would be the meat from the buffalo, from the water buffalo especially, has less monosaturated fat than any other processed meat that we have available on the markets today.
So we're talking about cholesterol here. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was last
Monosaturated fat is actually cholesterol level, so it has lower. Actually, we have a USDA report that we did, and it's proven on there that it has less monosaturated fat cholesterol levels than even turkey and chicken, which is something that sounds very strange to people, but that's a proven fact. Yes, it is. It's pretty much the only red meat that we would consider safe to eat.
Well, I mean, anybody who's ever gotten their report back and heard of they have high cholesterol, the first thing they say, no more meat.
Right.
Stick to chicken and turkey, and that's hard for us to give up. We're meat eaters in this country.
Right.
So what you're saying is that buffalo can be a healthy alternative if you do have to phase out beef, or if you just want to have a healthier meal.
Exactly so. One of the things too that it has, which is very unique to meat, is polyunsaturated fat, which is that is what we refer to commonly as omega-3.
Omega-3, yeah.
And
which is those proteins that you really need to get into your diet.
right, that's a good fat.
Yeah.
And it is believed, and say believed because I'm not a medical expert, but it is believed that that is the fat that actually builds the immune system in such a way that it actually reduces your cholesterol levels, and it reduces your triglycerides in your system.
So why is the buffalo so healthy? Why is the meat from the buffalo so healthy? What is so special about it?
Well, one of the reasons because it's healthy is the ability of the buffalo to digest the regular grass and convert it to meat. Now, you don't have to give, well, a lot of people they are concerned if they're given antibiotics, hormones, and so forth. The buffalo does not need that. And because of that, it's also a good thing for the farmers in the sense that you don't need to spend a lot with medication and so forth. No, Don't get me wrong, the buffalo is not a super animal, but it's just more healthy
And durable.
and durable in its natural environment. There's one thing, one setback with the buffalo, that it needs a lot of water. That's why it's called water buffalo.
Buffalo.
Yeah, and that's what the first importer of the buffalo thought of that, which was Mr. Anthony Layers, thought of that when he brought it to Belize. And then he subsequently moved it to Mexico. But we also have it in Tower Hill. Tower Hill has a setting, two types of grass, which is guinea grass and elephant grass. And they're doing perfectly good in those two types of grass. Eventually, because of that, what Mark, my colleague here, explained is that you get a better quality meat.
I was reading to that they are more protective, so that also helps the producers because I guess it's less threat to keep them safe.
Yeah, several years ago, about 10 years ago, there was a guy that's from this organization, Pantera. He's from Brazil. The problem is that they had the farmers down west and south, they have problems with the jaguars. Now they're trying to protect the jaguars, so what they did in Venezuela, Brazil, Argentina, they took the buffaloes, and because the buffaloes are so protective, if you put them in a herd of bovine, they can smell the jaguar from far distance.
Oh.
So they become very alert, and they go towards the jaguar, and they chase them away.
Wow.
Oh.
That's
Yeah.
interesting.
Now, do we have buffaloes in Belize?
Yes, we do.
Okay, because I know you do have a counterpart in Mexico. So, you know, it's not an import. We're not importing buffalo. We have them here. They're being raised
Right.
here.
To be exact, it's in Tower Hill Village.
Yeah.
If you are driving from here to
See them. Beautiful.
Corazal, you can see them graze,
Yeah.
and you will see them on the roadside grazing. They're very slow, calm. They're very intelligent also. And we have some also down south. You can see them, but we have the majority in Orange Water.
So it's when you're taking the bypass, I see a lot of them there. They're majestic, they're huge,
Right.
powerful animals. You see them
Yeah,
across
yeah,
the
that's
road.
right after the toll bridge.
So does that mean that they have a lot of meat?
They do, actually. Which is beneficial for us in what we're trying to do. One of the things, too, like Erwin was mentioning, is that they're very, very intelligent animals. And we don't use them to the capacity because I don't say we, but I mean we, when I say we, I mean Belize. Because most of us are not educated enough about the animals.
Yeah.
But in Asia, they're the source of income for that entire continent on a whole because they use them not only for the meat benefits of it, but they use them as domestic animals, and they're easily trained so that they can actually ride them on horseback, like bareback, like they ride horses. They pull carts to take all their farm products all over the place, and they're extremely strong animals. So they're like four-wheel drive trucks, you know.
No,
Now, bringing any new product into the market, it means that you really have to do a lot of sensitization. We're talking about the health benefits here, but you've also specialized the type of products as well, and that's where I want to get Minerva into the conversation. You're starting off with beef patties and sausages, right?
Yes. In Belize, we always refer to the term when we see, if you see the package here, like the onions, look at it.
Okay.
We refer to them as sausages. This is a finished product, but in this case, we refer them to as steak on steak. Because they are not, a sausage is usually fat and worst. It's what is left of the meat. This is actual steak.
Okay.
And it is a finished product. It's slow smoke and it has a slight spice. So there is no preparation. You don't have to go cook. It's a slight glaze on the grill. Keep it warm. And it's ready to serve. So you are getting a finished product.
I thought that one of the reasons why they mixed it was because some of the fat is some of the flavor. That's not so?
No, not.
I'm a pescatarian, so I'm completely out of.
Very
The buffalo meat is extremely lean.
Okay.
So while you will see marbling in beef,
Yeah.
you will not see the marbling in the buffalo. And unfortunately, if you were to take a steak, that's what makes it a bit more tough in terms of chewing. But the way we've prepared it, we've actually done a process where it's extremely tender.
Yeah.
And actually, we even called it tender buff for that.
Yeah. So it's called tender buff.
So we've created a brand name behind it,
Yeah.
trying to let people, encourage people that it's not that little tough flavor that you will think
Yeah.
most organic foods are.
Yeah.
So
So it was the steak on a stick
Steak on a stick.
and the
We have the burger patties, and these are quarter pounders.
those are some hefty patties. I was
Yes.
about to say that. Yeah.
Yes, and they are quite delicious. So this is a difference in what we have tasted as burger before. These are quarter pounders, and they're like huge. They make huge burgers.
Are they juicy?
Very. Right, Mark?
yeah, that's right.
Well,
there.
Very
the,
juicy.
in the buffalo world, there's a say, beefier than beef.
Beef with a beef.
And
Beefier than beef.
yeah, so that says it all.
Yeah.
What has been the feedback from those who have tried it so far?
Quite honestly,
Belizean feedback.
I was astonished myself. We're doing a countrywide campaign, and every single person that we've taken this. So we've actually started with most of the resorts. And so when we're taking the products, we're taking them to chefs. You know, we're not taking it to the Belizean person, we're taking to highly qualified people. And most of the people, if not all of them, have totally been impressed with what they have. They love the taste of it, they love the juiciness of it. And we've been getting really, really positive responses. It was this past Saturday, they had an event in Belize City.
Yeah. We participated in the Belize City Council, the big sale they had in
Yeah,
the
the downtown sale.
downtown
Yeah.
sale. So it was Regent and Albert that was blocked off, and all the businesses were there. We participated, and everybody was like, burgers and steak on sticks, and they come like, wow, amazing taste. And the first thing they asked, we have buffaloes in Belize. Where are you guys? How haven't we heard about you? So we think that it is very important to have our Belizeans know about the products healthy and available in Belize.
So Irvin, you said it's beefier than beef. So if I'm thinking of an alternative to meat or an alternative to cow or bovine, is it going to taste the same, or does it have a distinct flavor?
It has a distinct flavor, and like I said at the beginning, it's beefier than beef. It has more beefier taste. I really can't describe it, or unless you tried it. Then I've been the different parts, not here in Belize, in Mexico, and some other countries, and the first time they tasted, oh well, this is buffalo, water buffalo. They have a different taste. It has, you know, they always said, well, this tastes more meat, more beefier.
It has more protein than beef, and in my opinion, it has a little sweeter flavor. It's not, it's not as bland, and I prefer it to beef, honestly.
So you've been converted.
I've been converted, maybe too late because, but yeah, I have been converted 100%.
We've thought about the benefits and the step up in terms of the taste difference and the health benefits. But there's another huge aspect, which is price point. How does it compare in terms of price point to, with all those benefits that it has, how does it compare to beef?
Truthfully, what we're marketing is a gourmet product. We're not marketing something that you would go to the meat shop and get, because the availability is not as common as it would be for beef. So it does have a higher price, but it's definitely worth it. Like all healthy things, some people say the things that are healthy are not really good tasting. This is something that's healthy and good tasting. So it does have a little bit higher price than what we have. We do have a promotion going on for the month of December.
Uh-huh.
So normally we would sell, and again, this is a finished product.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is
So
not
it's pre-seasoned. It's just the patties are just to cook.
right.
Slow smoke.
Yeah.
So it has a very, very delicious taste.
So everything is already prepared. So you're getting a finished product. It's not like you'd need to go out and purchase meat and then go home and season it and then cook. So
Yeah.
it's very convenient. We're actually selling the patties at $15 a pound,
That's
and
more
you get
perspective.
four quarter pounders in there.
Oh.
That's more than comparable.
It is actually, and there is like I said, there is a promotion now, which is we're giving it for in the month of December for $12, and then on the
Wow.
on the steaks, we're doing it a little high. We have more processing in there, of course,
Okay.
so we're asking for 30, but the promotional price for the month of December is 20.
Yeah.
So if
So
you
who's
want,
your target market? Do you want to get it into restaurants? Is that what you're hoping to really get a bigger uptake?
We would love to get in there because if we were to get into the restaurants, then we don't have to do as much marketing in the foreign markets. But
Yeah.
it's Belize and hope, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
so if you really
But-
want to impress some guests this season, and you want to really upshot what's going on, this is probably the perfect thing to.
It's healthier than turkey. Remember
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
That's one I'm going to have to digest, literally. But
Marlene,
also, yeah.
taste.
Yeah, I will have to.
Yes, you will. You
And if
will.
we do have a website, so we on there we do publish our USDA reports.
Yeah.
So you can look at the health aspects of it, and you will see the comparisons. I mean, it's a very in-depth report that we received from the USDA. So it's definitely worth looking at.
One of the very interesting results we're getting from our marketing campaign at the resorts, Placencia, and we're walking through San Ignacio and so forth, is that once they taste it, the owners, they go like, okay, we will make it a special. So it is very interesting that Belizeans will be able to visit the resorts or tourists,
Yeah.
and it is becoming part of the
You-
menu.
One of the interesting things, though, that I see is also it's pretty good for farmers. You know, it has a high fertility rate. You mentioned it's protective, which means it's actually chasing away the jaguars and not becoming the victim like the cow.
Right.
And you know, it's easier to maintain. So it means that we should have more buffalo farms everywhere, right?
Right. The average lifespan of a buffalo is 25 years. And the fertility rate or the birth rate would be 90%.
Wow.
Now, bovine or cows, it's an average of 8 years. So you can expect one baby or one calf every year for the next at least 20 years. But they have a lifespan of 25 years.
Well, that's if you don't eat it first, right?
Well, I'm referring to female.
So where can we get the product?
Okay. We have our email address that if they want to make an order, they can order at our email address, carabeefmeals@gmail.com. And they can call our office at Tower Hill. At the moment, we don't have them, as Mark had said, available in stores. But if stores are interested in our product and have it available in Belize City and all the districts, they can call our office at 302-2817, or they can call my number at 668-8800. We have our Facebook page. Visit us, Tender Buff.
Tender buff.
Yes,
Tender
and we
Buff.
will
I'm
be.
pretty sure people are going to remember that one.
Yes.
All right. So thank you for coming in and telling us all about the new products on the market: Tender Buff, beef patties, and steak on a stick. Buffalo patties
There you
and
go.
steak on a stick. Where Irvin says it's beefier than beef, right?
Right.
That's all
Most
you got to
certainly.
remember.
Most
Thank you once again.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Marlene.
Thank you very much
Thank
for
you.
inviting us.
We're going to go ahead and take a break, and when we come back,
Christmas Belizean music.
that's coming up after the break, so stay tuned.